As a lot of you probably know at this point, I can't stand little kids and babies. For the longest time, I haven't been able to tolerate being in their presence. Alright? I made a video years ago about why I don't like little kids and babies and how I find them annoying and such, but I took it down because that video was fucking awful. So here I am, making another video on this topic, for all of you to be entertained by or get mad at or whatever. Anyways, this is the catalyst to me making this video. The other day I was eating at McDonald's. Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's a fat joke there somewhere because I'm fat and I'm eating at McDonald's. Whatever. Anyway, there were quite a few babies there, and yeah, I know it's a fucking McDonald's. Of course, there's gonna be little kids there, but regardless, two babies at the same time started crying. There was one next to me and there was one at the other side of the McDonald's. And it was like a fucking choir of baby crying. Holy shit. Like, one baby crying is bad enough, but imagine two at the same time crying while you're in the same room trying to have a peaceful dinner, eating your really, really unhealthy fast food, and you can't even eat it in peace because there's two fucking babies crying at the same time. And, you know, I put on my headphones because I just couldn't fucking stand to listen to that for another 10 seconds. I turned my music up really loud as well just to drown that all out, and then I was finally at peace. You know, I was listening to good music and not the fucking oh so terrible sounds of two babies crying at the same time. And I just can't fucking stand it, especially when little babies or little kids are, you know, making a lot of noise in a restaurant. And it's especially also really annoying because when I'm with my family, sometimes we're eating together, having a nice conversation, having a nice quiet dinner, then some fucking family comes in with a bunch of little kids and some babies, and then all those little kids and babies just disrupt the quiet. The little babies start crying, the little kids are loud and obnoxious or whining because because of, I don't know, maybe they didn't get maybe their parents are forcing them to eat food that they don't want to fucking eat. Whatever they might be whining about, it really doesn't matter. It is still insufferable regardless, and I just really don't want to be around that. Even my family, barring my mother, can't fucking stand it. My uncle hates it whenever a family with a bunch of little kids come in. He's like, oh boy, here we go. And I have the same reaction. My grandmother can't hate it. I can't stand it too. And my other uncle, if he's with us while we're eating, he can't stand it as well. But my mom, she says this. And I just can't fucking stand this quote-unquote refutation whenever I express my distaste for not liking kids to her or whoever else may say this. Well, you were a little kid once too, so does that mean you hate yourself when you were a little kid? Oh, maybe, yeah, I do. Maybe I would hate my little kid self if it were possible for me to be in a room with him, okay? And I'm not a kid anymore, so you know, I think I have the perfect right to not like kids now because I am 18, a legal adult. That is by definition not a fucking kid. So I can not like kids all the fuck I want because I myself am not a kid anymore. So fuck that stupid ass quote unquote rebuttal. And I just can't fucking stand the worship of children that a lot of people have. It's just absolute fucking cancer and just needs to die. You know, whenever you say, oh, I hate kids, or I just can't stand kids, maybe hate is too strong of a word, but whatever. You get what I mean anyway. You know, people are like, but they're so innocent and cute. How could you hate them? I think they're fucking annoying and obnoxious. I can't stand being around them. I can't tolerate the presence of a fucking child, and whenever I am around them, if I have the chance, I get away from them because I don't want to be around them. And also, family gatherings are also pretty fucking bad because because I have a lot of these younger family members who have these really young children. Either they're fucking little babies or toddlers or little kids, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old, and they're running around or screaming and crying or whining, whatever the fuck, and I just can't fucking stand being around that. And if I do do try to get away from them, if I express my annoyance towards my annoyance for them, I'm seen as rude and this huge fucking asshole who's this huge monster because, oh no, I don't like being around children. And maybe that is rude. Okay, I'll give them that. But still, regardless, I don't like being around kids. So that's why I try to get up and leave if I have the chance to leave from that child that I can't stand, that I don't want to be around. Just recently, when I was on the public bus on my way to school, there was this lady with her 2 kids, and she was sitting on the other side from me with one of her kids, and there was no room for her other kid to sit next to her, so she told the kid to sit next to me, and then I rolled my eyes, and then she took notice of that, and she gave me this really dirty look, and I really didn't care at all. Am I a dick for doing that? Yeah, alright, I'm not gonna tap dance around that. I'm not gonna make any justifications and try to make myself sound like I'm not an asshole for doing that, because that is something an asshole would do. But, regardless, I can't stand kids. Sometimes I just can't help but display my annoyance for a kid if a kid is around me, especially when that kid is sitting next to me, being loud and annoying, and, moving around in their seats, looking out the window. Okay, maybe that is a justification. Scratch what I said a few seconds ago, alright? But regardless, I don't like kids. I'm never going to have a kid because I have no desire to have kids because I can't stand kids. And why the fuck would I have a kid if I just can't stand being around kids? Again, having no desire to take care of a kid as well. So, obviously, I'm not going to have a kid. And my mom gets so angry at that too whenever I tell her I don't want to have a kid. She's like, but I want to be a grandma. But I don't want to be a father. And that kid is coming outside of me. That kid is my sperm. So, if I choose to not have a kid, it is perfectly my choice. And if I am with a girl who wants to have a kid, if by some miracle I do ever get a girlfriend, if she says she wants to have a kid, and I don't want to have a kid, then she could just fuck right off and find someone else who actually wants to have a kid. Because if I am ever with a person who wants a kid, I'm going to flat out I'm going to tell them straight up, no, I don't want a kid. If you really, really want a kid that badly with someone, then you could find someone else, because I am not going to give you any children. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, Mom, and sorry to anyone else in my family who wants me to have a kid. I'm not gonna bend to your will and create a kid that I didn't even fucking want in the first place, and, bring this huge responsibility for myself into this world that I didn't even want in the first place, and bring an unwanted kid into this world because other people wanted me to have a kid. Raising a kid is a huge responsibility. Not only does it eat up a lot of your time that you could spend doing something else that you would actually like doing that doesn't involve having to take care of a kid, but it also eats up a lot of your money. Raising a kid is also a huge financial responsibility, and I'd rather not have to worry about that. On top of kids being annoying, and on top of me not being able to stand kids when I'm around them, I also don't want to devote a huge amount of time and money to something that I would find absolutely fucking annoying, and something that I wouldn't stand being around, okay? So I don't want to fucking drastically change my life for the worse because you wanted me to have a kid. You, not me. And it is my choice to not have a kid, so just fucking deal with it, okay? Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.